8 tops, 1 jacket, 2 pairs of pants, I'm wearing the other one, and 2 pairs of shoes. Those are all the clothes that have been getting me through the past couple of winters. In falls, in springs, I have accidentally created a capsule wardrobe, and it is not working for me. It's a combination of having no style and not really knowing how to shop for clothes, and it has resulted in me basically not having anything to wear. I've been wanting to fix this for a long time, and I've decided the first step I want to take is digitally cataloging my entire closet. Now you may think, 12 items, that's gonna take like 10 minutes. Why is this video so long? And that is because there is more. So remember a second ago when I said that I don't know how to shop for clothes? Well, I learned that from experience. There are more clothes in my closet that I bought and I've never worn. And then there's also the hand-me-downs. A lot of them. So some family members have been giving me a lot of clothes. Probably because they see me wearing the same things all the time. So I have gathered everything together so I can assess what I have, design some outfits that I will actually wear, and hopefully learn to style clothes. And if I notice any gaps in my closet, then maybe even learn to shop for clothes that I will actually wear and not just enjoy. And what a better way to do this than digitizing all of my clothes. So let's get through my entire closet. Let's now very quickly speed around through my entire closet, potential closet. So I have decided to divide all my clothes in 6 categories, starting with the first one, clothes that I bought in high school. Yes, I still have some of that. So all of these clothes were bought new, so not secondhand, and they are all between 5 and 10-ish years old. Starting in no particular order, we have this mini skirt. I never wore it because I've never worn a skirt in the winter. Then we have this turtleneck. It was originally a dress from Primark, but I decided to cut the bottom half so it would just be a top. Now we have a striped button-up shirt. It's fine. The only problem is that I recently washed it with a red sweater, and now the white stripes are pink, and I need to fix that. Now we have a white button-up shirt. The fabric is very thick and stiff, but apart from that, no other complaints. Now we have this orange turtleneck sweater. I don't think I wore it a lot in high school because it's really bold and I didn't know how to style it, but it's super cozy. And finally, we have this purple sweater. I wanted to mention that I tried to make this video back in March, but I ended up ditching the entire thing because the footage was horrible, I got very sick, and then winter was basically over. But in the time that I tried to film that video, I rediscovered this sweater and I've been wearing it a lot since. I love it. Category number 2, items I have thrifted. This time we also have shoes. I discovered thrifting in January 2020, so all of these items have been bought between then and now. These blue jeans I've worn almost every day since I bought them. This black turtleneck was one of the first items I ever thrifted, and I have worn it a lot until a point that I'm a bit bored of it. This jacket is really practical. The only problem is that the zipper doesn't work, and I don't think I have the skills to replace it, but I will try it. This jacket is super cute, but I've never worn. When I bought it, I thought about the Bratz, and that made it 10 times cuter. But it is a bit large on me, and that has been putting me off until now, but still want to give it a try. This item I have never worn. It is super cute, but I didn't see the 2 people kissing here at the bottom, and since I saw it, I cannot unsee it, and that has been putting me off. I did mend this a little bit. The neckline was so low that the sleeves would fall off, so I closed the neckline together a little bit here. This one I've also never worn. I love the silhouette, but I don't like the color. It's this off-white, greenish white, and I plan to dye it, maybe pink or maybe red. And I've never dyed clothes, so wish me luck. I almost forgot about the shoes. So these ones, I've been wearing them a lot. Actually, they're really dirty, so the photo you are seeing is a photo that I took from the internet. They're not the real item. And this one I thrifted this year and I haven't had the chance to wear them yet. They were from Vinted and they only cost me like 13 euros. And it was the first time that I used Vinted ever, and it was a great experience. Category number 3 is items that I've bought new, so not secondhand, in 2025. And it's only 2 pairs of shoes. So these ones are sneakers. I wear them a lot. I wear them so much that I have to renew them every single year because they end up falling apart. And then these boots, I only bought them because they gave me a 50% discount for buying the other shoes. But they are fine, they are comfortable, and black goes with everything, I guess. I haven't included things like pajamas, underwear, things that I only wear around the house. And I have only focused on items that I would wear in winter, spring, or fall, so no summer items. Category number 4 is items that have been gifted new. So a family member that has gone to a store and bought something new specifically for me. For now I only have 2, but there might be more once I catalog my accessories, bags, and jewelry. We have these pants. I don't really like these pants. They are really cozy. Like the inside is very fluffy. But if I had been able to choose, I wouldn't have chosen them. And then we have this polka dot jacket. It's super cozy and it has saved me a few times in the winter. Categories 5 and 6 are hand-me-downs from family members that didn't want their clothes anymore or from their acquaintances. Like for example, I have a lot of original Y2K from the daughter of a friend of my mom's. And some of these items I do wear, but most of them I don't. So category number 5, hand-me-downs that I actually wear. This one was another piece that I rediscovered back in March and I've been wearing it a lot since. It's super practical and cute. This one is a bit more grungy. I don't wear it as much, but I really love the style. I love this one. I even got my ID photo taken wearing this thing. This one is also beautiful, very bold, not so easy to style. The only complaint that I have is that it's a bit short for my torso. So if I'm not wearing anything underneath, it's really cold. But if I wear something underneath, it peeks out at the collar. This one is super cute. I've recently seen that fall 2009 is now a fashion aesthetic that is really popular. And I love it. Although a few years ago it was also popular, but we would call it the vampire girlfriend. And the main inspirations were Elena Gilbert from The Vampire Diaries and Bella Swan from Twilight. And now in the fall 2009 trend, Aria Montgomery from Pretty Little Liars is being included. So I hope the Pinterest girlies give me a lot of inspiration on how to wear this so I look like I came from a movie from 2009. Category number 6, hand-me-downs that I don't wear, is so big that it doesn't fit on screen. So we're gonna go very quickly by sections. Shoes. These pink imitation Converse, they're really heavy. These black ballerinas, they are starting to fall apart. Now let's go with bottoms. These jeans might be from the 90s or the 80s. They're a bit large on me, so I want to fix that. This blue corduroy skirt, really pretty, not easy to style. Office pencil skirt, really cute. Polka dot skirt, really cute. This denim skirt has a stain at the bottom. I need to cover that up. Now with sweaters. These two belonged to a man. They are maybe from the 80s, maybe from the 90s. They are both really itchy and very large on me, and this one has been eaten by moths. This cardigan is the itchiest thing I've ever touched in my life. This one is a dress, but it's a bit short on the back, so I might only be able to wear it as a regular sweater. This dress, it is a summer dress, but maybe I can layer it with a sweater and it will just be a skirt. And the straps are a bit wide. They look really weird and I want to fix that. Let's now go with jackets. This is a red fall leather jacket and it is impressive because it's not falling apart and it's really old. This is a poncho. I think it's handmade. It doesn't have any sort of tags and I have no idea how to style this. This one used to be a lot longer and I trimmed it and redid the entire hem. Now we have two blazers. This one is black with white stripes. This one is tartan. I have no idea. They're both very large, but I will have to just accept it because I do not have the skills to tailor this. Let's now go with tops. We have this one. It's also very grungy. I love it, but not so easy to style. We have this vest. It is very large on me. I will try to tailor it, but wish me luck. This one is beautiful, it's just missing one button. This one is beautiful, but it's really tight and itchy, so I might have to say goodbye to it. This one, very hippie. I actually wore it this week once, and it is super comfortable. Not much to say, very basic, very cute. I accidentally dyed it a little bit pink in the washing machine. I may fix that, I may not fix that. This is a t-shirt, but I hope I can layer it in the winter. This blouse is beautiful, worthy of a princess. Another hippie top, I love it, never wore it. This one is very boring, like you can barely see the print and the color is forgettable. Another button-up shirt, and this one belongs to the person that worked an office job. It's really cute, but I don't know if I will wear it much. And these two are the same, one in brown, one in gray. Good layering pieces, I guess. And finally, we have a bunch of turtlenecks. Do I need these many turtlenecks? Probably not. They are practical for layering. They keep you really warm in the winter. There are a few sweaters that I will only wear if I'm wearing a turtleneck underneath because I cannot stand the itchiness of the wool against my skin. I have decided to add a 7th extra category, and that is self-made, and we only have one item. I made this skirt in my first ever YouTube video, along with like 3 or 4 other tops, but I haven't included them because they're summer clothes. I mean, this is also a summer skirt, but I intend to wear it with thermal leggings. Let's see if that works. I made this from a pair of hand-me-down pants, so I could technically include it in the hand-me-down category, but I have decided to draw a line between altering an existing item and creating a new item of clothing from an old one. The category self-made will be bigger once I add my crochet bags, but for now we only have this. And that would be it. That is my entire potential closet. Now it's time to digitize it. I had the idea of having a digital closet years ago. I even started to learn to program so I could create my own app to catalog my clothes. But then I learned that the app already exists and that computer programming requires a massive investment of time that I don't currently have. Although I did enjoy learning the little bit of programming that I actually learned. So there are multiple apps for digitizing your closet. I've heard of A Closet, Wearing, and Index. Back in March, when I first started this video, I used Index. And this is what my closet looked like. You may or may not have noticed that my digital closet, the photos, don't look like other people's digital closets. Or maybe you are not chronically online and you have no idea what a digital closet is. But what I've seen most people do is take photos of their clothes either laying flat on the floor or hanging from clothes hangers, and then the apps automatically remove the background, and this is what it would look like, which is fine, it is pretty and it is functional. But my vision was a little bit different. Let me explain myself. Back in 2014, I had a Twitter account. One of my favorite contents to consume were polyvore outfit collages. Do you notice how the clothes don't look like they are laying flat? They actually look like they are being worn by someone invisible. The technique is called a ghost mannequin, and me, someone who knows absolutely nothing about photography or editing, decided I would give it a try. I don't expect anyone to be interested on how I did it because I don't think anyone is cuckoo enough to give it a try, but I am really excited to show you how it was done. So let's go briefly over the process. Step number 1, taking the photos. Set up your camera or your phone to the right height. Approximately knee height for bottoms, stomach height for tops, and vertical format for one pieces. Get the best lighting that you can. I took the pictures in front of a window. You need to figure out the poses you like the most, even if you look ridiculous while taking the pictures. I chose to have some distance between my torso and my arms and to have a little space in between my legs. To take the photos, you'll need to use the self-timer or have someone take them for you. Or put the clothes on a mannequin if you have one. Then the editing part. First, you need to remove the background. I used Adobe Express because it's free, but you need to create an account for this one. Then the tedious part, removing arms, neck, legs, feet, hands, etc. For this, I use Photopea. It's also free, and for this one, you don't need an account. I only used one tool, the background eraser. There might be ways to do this that are faster or easier, but this is how I did it. I had to draw over the lines that separate the clothes from the visible parts of my body. It is a smart tool, so it does detect if there's different objects in the picture, so you don't have to trace the line meticulously pixel for pixel. But when the color of the clothes was too similar to the color of my skin, I had to go a little bit slower. Then with the bigger brush, I deleted the rest and voila! There were pictures that only took me like 2 minutes, and then there are other ones where I spent a little more time working on details, like for example, the lacing in a top. But I have to say that even though this might look like a form of psychological torture, I kind of enjoyed it. It was like coloring within the lines in a coloring book, so very relaxing. Because I have no chill, I went back again and decided to keep editing the pictures, this time to match the color of the clothes in the photos to the real color of the real clothes. For that, I had every item in my hands and messed around with these values until I decided it was close enough. Again, I have no idea about editing. I was just going based on vibes. And that's it. Your photos would be ready to be uploaded to the apps. Now, I wanted to take it a step further. So these apps usually let you input information about the items like the material, the age, the origin, etc. But I thought, if I'm already going through the trouble of collecting all that information, why not create my own catalog on Google Spreadsheets? And so I have full control of the data of how it's displayed, and I have the possibility to create my own charts. Index also gives you charts with the information you give it about your clothes, but that feature is only available on the premium version, and I already used up my 1 month free trial back in March. So this is my digital catalog on Google Spreadsheets. It is very long. It has, I believe, close to 60 items. We can see the item with the picture, what type it is, the source, the condition, the age, the material, the origin, the size, the brand, the price, and where I got it from. And then I can also sort it depending on the drop-down menus, which is really practical. So with the data in my catalog, I created my own charts. So let me briefly present you my potential closet analysis. First, we have type of clothing of the items. Most of them are tops, which is usual. 60% are tops, 16% are bottoms. Then we have outerwear and shoes, and finally one pieces. There's barely any of them because I don't wear dresses in the winter, which is something that I want to change. Now, more interesting, how the item was sourced. So was it a gift or a purchase? Gift can be hand-me-downs or people that bought something new and gifted to me, like Christmas presents or birthday presents. And purchases can be secondhand from secondhand stores or new. And no surprise, 3/4 of my closet was gifted to me and only 1/4 was purchased. And then we have that one item that I made myself. Similar to that, we have the condition of the item. Like, was it new when I got it or was it secondhand? Secondhand includes the items that I bought secondhand and also all the hand-me-downs. New includes the item that I was gifted new and the items that I bought new. So almost 84% was secondhand and only 14.5% was new. And then again, the self-made item. Now we have age of the item. First, we're gonna ignore the undefined. Those are the hand-me-downs. Let's go with items that I bought this year. There's 3 and all 3 of them are shoes. Then we have items that are 1 to 2 years old. We have 6, 3 to 5 years old, we have 2, and then more than 5 years old, 6. Those are the items that I bought in high school. And the undefined, as I mentioned, are the hand-me-downs. And they are not defined because I don't really know how to categorize them. Like some of the items are really old, from the 2000s or from the 90s or even potentially from the 80s. But I guess what I should take into account is when they entered my closet. And so most of them would be in 2025 because it's now when I'm trying to incorporate them into my potential closet. Although they were given to me many years ago, some of them from when I was a child. Now this one is cute, the color or colors of the item. So if one item had more than one color, let's say for example a shirt that was blue and white, then it would appear both in the white and the blue, because this is not the proportion of items that are that color, but the proportion of colors that I have in my closet. Makes no sense, but yeah. The main one is blue, probably because I have a lot of denim. Then we have black and white. I do have a bunch of black clothes. Not so many white though, but white is included in many other pieces. Then we have gray and beige, which are not colors that I like a lot. Then a lot of green, which surprises me. And then the other colors in smaller proportions. Yellow is so small it doesn't even appear on the chart. And finally we have the country of origin of the item. This one is tricky because most of the items did not include the country of origin. Some because they just didn't. Apparently in Europe it wasn't compulsory to add the country of origin of the item until the early 2010s, I believe. Then some of the items were missing their tags, and some of them they had tags, but the tags had basically washed away, so I couldn't read them. But out of the items that I could collect the information, China is the most popular country of origin. For the second place, we have a tie between Spain and India. In the third place, we have Bangladesh. And then the fourth place, there's a tie between Turkey, the UK, Myanmar, and Macau. Honestly, I didn't know Macau existed before making this video, and it's not even considered a country, I believe. Other countries that have appeared in the tags are Sri Lanka, France, and Europe, which is not a country. And that would be the end. Now for some final words. Digitizing my closet, which was very fun, was the first step in fixing my wardrobe. The next step will be mending and resizing and fixing all of the clothes that need a little bit of tender love and care. And I will probably be doing that in my next video or a near future video. And then the final step will be doing the actual homework, meaning finding outfits with the clothes that I have, looking for inspiration on the internet, seeing what goes with what, and if I notice any gaps in my closet, then maybe even going out and purchasing new items that I will actually wear. But that will happen on another video that I hope comes out before the end of the year. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you want to see the next steps in my journey, I suggest you subscribe to my channel. I hope I see you next time. Have a nice week and goodbye!